Hello ladies and gents, another video brought to you by Ant Holleufer. And today's video is about my Camponotus, sensabeanus and sayi 3 months after the attack. For those of you that might not know, about 3 months ago, and I say about 3 months ago, my solenopsis geminata got out and they had free reign of my ant cave for about 15 hours should I say. And they massacred a lot of colonies. Now these two were attacked quite hard by them, but yeah, I'll put a link in the top right corner now so you can check that out. I will also add that these two colonies were actually gifted to me by Ants HQ. So a big thank you to Ants HQ for these two awesome looking colonies, and I'll put a link to their website in the description below. But let's look at my sensabeanus and see what the state they were in immediately after the attack by solenopsis. So she did lose some workers during the attack, but she managed to defend herself fairly well. Now, I can't remember how many workers she had originally. You'd have to check out the video I tagged earlier before. But she's got about 9 or so workers, and she still managed to retain most of her brood, which is good because it means that, by the looks of that, there's some cocoons there as well that she would pick up fairly quickly. But let's check out how she is today. As you can see, she's got about 15 to 20 workers, which is good news because it means she's increased in numbers. But more importantly to me, if you actually get an eye in, and you will a bit later in this video, she's got some fresh brood. Now look at that water, it needs replacing, oopsie. She's got some fresh brood. I think what I need to do is actually get the macro shot on so you can see. So if we take a look at the macro shot, you can see here that I kind of can't really get in because you've got the mould from where the water is, but you can just see her sitting on some brood there, which is really good news because the fact that she's got larvae means that she has laid eggs since being attacked and they've developed into larvae. So it means she's settled right back down, which is great news. Now these are a slow growing species because they are very large. So I'm not expecting booms in numbers as you might see in a bit. But more importantly for me, she has got brood at different stages. Larvae, pupae, I think you'll see as I zoom in here. And I think, I can't remember rightly, but I think she's got some fresh eggs there as well. So it means that she has settled back down, which is great because I won't lie, I was more concerned about her settling down and producing brood again than I was about my sayi. But the great news is she's actually looking fine. Out of all of the ants that I have on my channel, by far these are probably asked about the most and the ones that I show the least. Now the reason for that is Camponotus are very sensitive when in the foundation stage, and I don't like to disturb them. Not only that though, she had to put up with attacking solenopsis. Now if you, like I said, if you check that video out, or more importantly my live video that I did as well about this, there is a lot of dead solenopsis in her test tube, so she did put up quite a valiant fight. So she was stressed out from that, and since then I just wanted to settle down to produce brood, so I've not featured her much at all. And like I said, a lot of people ask questions about how my sensabeanus are getting on. I think she's doing okay. The test tube needs changing out, but I'm not in any mood to do that now because it's not overly concerning. Yes, there's a bit of mould in the test tube, but it's not crazy mould, so I'm quite happy at the moment to leave her how she is and let her settle back down a bit more until she colony gets a bit bigger. Like I said before, they are a very slow growing species, but they are very pretty, and I can't wait to see these girls grow. But let's leave her alone and move on to the Camponotus sayi. Now, believe it or not, these are Camponotus sayi, but they've also got a name of Camponotus discolor as well. I prefer sayi, that's just me. But anyway, so this was after the attack, and as you can see here, she's got a small pile of brood and she's got one worker in the background. Like I said, if you watched that video I tagged before, you'll see she put up one hell of a fight. She had about 9+ workers at the time of the attack, and by the time that I got to her, she was literally in the narrow part of the test tube where the tubing connects to the outworld, and she was fighting off all of the solenopsis, and the one worker was laying guard over the top of the brood, as you see here. Now that is covered in my live stream as well, so I think you might need to check that one out when I did it at the time. But anyway, I generally thought that she wouldn't pull through because she'd lost so many workers, she was fighting for so long, and I was really concerned that she was going to get stressed out and she would die. So let's check her out now and see how she's getting on. As you can see, she's doing all right. She has recovered phenomenally. Did I say that right? Phenomenally. Yeah, I think I said it right. She's covered really, really well. You can see that she's still got a massive pile of brood in all different stages. Larvae, eggs, and she's got plenty of workers. I mean, to have one left to this in 3 months is pretty impressive. If we get some macro action, we can see how she's doing. As you can see, I've got about 30+ workers, which in 3 months is impressive. And you can see I've got little larvae there, I've got larger larvae, and I've got some pupae by the looks of it. Does she not have naked pupae? I can't remember. But she's got some pupae there as well. So she's recovered really well, and I'm really impressed with her. Now she's in the same setup, but what you'll notice as well is that I must have knocked the lid when I was doing maintenance on other ants, because these two ladies got out. Now at first I didn't know what they were, so I put them in a test tube so I could identify them, and they are my Camponotus sayi. So I will be putting them back in this outworld very shortly, sneaky little buggers. So you'll notice that most of them were lurking in the test tube, and there's not much reason for them to be out here in the outworld because there's an old bit of food. So I don't even know why I'm showing this. I'm going to speed this up. Right, sped up. So they're quite easy to look after. If there's no reason for being in the outworld, they need more food. Now, I'm cleaning this up pretty quickly. I think you'll see me tap the workers in a second. Pretty standard cleaning stuff, wet the test tube, blah, 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 blah. We've all seen it before 1,000 times in 1,000 videos, so I'm not going to go over this. I'm just doing it there so I can talk over it. Hey. But anyway, I'm really impressed with the sensabeanus. She has recovered phenomenally quick. Now, I do know they are a fast-growing species, but that's impressive. From one worker to that in such a short period of time, it's impressive stuff. What's also really impressive is how quickly they recruit workers. Now, literally, I hadn't put this in long, and then I noticed they'd all swarmed it. Literally, they are either really protein hungry, or those workers went back and said, hey, there's some food in the outworld, and they all rushed out. So, yeah, I love these guys. I think they're going to be as impressive as my Camponotus nicobrensis Conley, which is also doing okay, by the way, because I think they grow very quickly like they do, and they are very busy ants, as you can see here. Once you put some food in there, boom, all the activity starts. So I really like these, and I'm really pleased they've recovered well. Well, that's it for today then, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video. It is just a short midweek video, which I always tend to do short ones, but it ended up being for freaking 15 minutes, and that was never my intention. But anyway, so a nice short midweek video. I do hope to get some more videos out like this, because I need to up my game when it comes to videos. We all know what I'm going through in my life, so I'm not even going to start talking about that some more. But I do owe you guys a big thank you for continuing to support my channel by watching these videos. If you did like the video, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. But anyway, please say a massive thank you to my Patreon supporters that continue to support my channel, making what it is today. So a big thank you to Adam W, Ant Antics, Anty Matters, David D, Paul A, Pjants, PJGrant, and the 530 Ski. If you want to become a Patreon, there is a link in the description below. I've also got that YouTube members thingy-majiggy. If you want to check that out, there's a tab just below this video to join. But thank you to Anty Matters, Pjants, Pumpkin and Wakooshi, because also your support is valuable to me. On parting note, guys, I'm going to have to say you desperately need to check out Ant Holleufer's latest video about his mites. It is so superbly edited. I am in awe of his editing abilities. That guy is miles above any skills that I've got. So check out his video. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description below, but it's about the mite that infected his carebera diversa. Check it out. It is epically done. Well done, mate. But anyway, that's it for today then, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing my next one. Bye bye for now.